set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Soldier Field. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Out of the gun, Fields. Buying time to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Fields. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Now a first down throw, Fields. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they get in for the opening drive score, and they go for 2. They kept the kicker lonesome over there. They said, we don't need you this time.
Kickers? Who needs kickers for PATs?
Nice now.
We want them for field goals, not for PATs. They went for 2 and got it. It's a new tone setter for this team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Ballantyne to return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Jets about set to go on offense, led by their rookie quarterback for 2021, the 2nd overall pick Zach Wilson out of BYU.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Run. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Wilson. Out right here to Herndon. And he works free. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Now Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Touchdown.
There you go.
Ty Johnson from 8 yards out. And the Jets are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They still can't get him. He finds an opening. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. From the 50, here's Fields. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Fields on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Dance, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team, because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Ballantyne to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for the Jets. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Bears, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. These 2 teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Guy.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't
fighting through it. He's got space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Out to Cole on the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keelan Cole, 34 yards. And the Jets have made this a one-score game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is down to 2. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need.
Here's a diving catch right side.
Good job. How that boy
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Fields now to throw. Being chased out left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's Fields. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Yeah!
Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fields steps away to his, and oh, he coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Fields on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. They just put it well.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here is Wilson and the Jets down by 8. A minute 52 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Throwing now is Wilson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Fields. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Once again, up come the Bears, and they're going for 2. Back to throw. Fields. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Time to go to work. Let's go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Ballantyne to return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Now Wilson on first down. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. One last shot for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.